Hi, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to shed some light on an aspect that will get you exactly the color you're after. What I'm talking about is deciding what impact you want to make with your hair, more so than the actual result of the color level or tone. So I feel like everywhere we see information on how light you want, the names of the colors that you want, these bright levels or darker levels, names of tones, and I feel like that's kind of the limit of describing the color that you want. And this is something that I haven't really talked about a lot, and it can be a little bit vague, and I think that's why people tend to kind of just steer away from it. I feel like I have a pretty unique situation in that I am a hairdresser, but I teach clients how to do their hair at home. Plus, I do my own hair myself for the last 10 years or so in terms of color. I get it cut by someone else. And personally, when I do my own color too, one thing that I've noticed is that I kind of just operate on, I want my hair brighter, so I'm gonna add more balayage, more highlight pieces. I want my hair a little bit more sandy, I'm just gonna tone it down. And again, that's only focusing again on the end result of the level or the tone. Now I know that we, talk about balayage versus a highlight versus a root smudge. That's getting closer to the impact I'm talking about. So basically, thinking about the impact that you want your hair to make is something that I've learned from you guys in my virtual consults. When I'm doing a virtual consult, essentially a longer consultation that I would have in the chair. But I feel like in virtual consults, clients can be a lot more honest. And I feel like I've learned so much in virtual consults that I feel like I could write a book on it and help other hairdressers in the best way. This is in no way a diss to the clients. It's actually been a huge blessing. And like I said, I've learned so much. And then when I am doing my own hair myself, I then realize my virtual consult clients are doing their hair at home. These are the kind of setbacks or the challenges they're going to have. So me having that perspective of me doing my own hair color, I feel like I'm better adapt to, of course, help you at home, both here through YouTube and of course through my virtual consults. So one thing that I constantly found myself asking my clients is, what do you want your hair to say? And again, basically, what impact do you want your hair to have? And honestly, I think that is far more important than an actual level result. So many times I've given a client the exact level and tone in the photo that they showed me, and it's still not hitting for them. So much easier, I think, sometimes to be the client and being like, oh, I didn't get what I wanted because I didn't explain what I want. So the whole point of this video and deciding what impact you want, that's a little bit of digging deep inside within you to what do you really want out of your hair? Because it's so much easier to just be like, I want it lighter, I want it shorter, I want it more golden, whatever. But really, what do you want your hair to say? So if you're still here and you're still confused, what the hell is she talking about? Basically, when you look at a photo of hair that you really love and you're like, I could totally bring this into my hairdresser, this is the hair I want. Really analyze it, take color away. If you were, I can't even say black or white because then there's still contrast, but if you could honestly just take color away, do you still like the look of that hair? If the answer is yes, it's the impact or the softness or contrast, or it's that feeling almost you get when you look at that hair. Now, it's also still very important to then decide which tone and how bright you want. Yes, those things are still important, but I feel like that's the last step in deciding the color that you want. First and foremost, it is far more important to convey and really analyze for yourself what it is you want your hair to say. So one thing I typically will ask clients in a virtual consult, and I feel like this for me as the hairdresser is so helpful, is I like to ask the client to give me 3 adjectives that they would like for their hair. So feminine, soft, or edgy, glam, contrasty, chic. And I do want to emphasize that your dressing style isn't always in correlation with your hair. So keep that in mind. We are also unique, and we strive to have a look that, of course, is very personal to us. And even if you're like, I don't want to stand out, I want to have something that is very simple, understated, that's still your signature look. That's still like your aura, your personality. There's maybe a softness to you. So think of 3 things that you would like your hair to say about you. Not your clothing, your actual hair. And I think taking that in to your hairdresser, maybe along with a photo, will help so much. I think as a hairdresser, sometimes we just like look at the client, we think we have their vibe, we think we understand them. And yes, in our mind, we're always like color correcting and like essentially seeing you with the color that we feel like this would really suit you, this would look really good. But again, that's my interpretation of you. Typically after a full appointment with this client, after, understanding more about them and their life, almost always do I have like a different perspective on their hair. So it's kind of like if I see this woman that has beautiful skin, has beautiful makeup, her hair's up in a bun, I'm instantly like, I want to give this girl like a glamazon blowout and just this beautiful, gorgeous glam hair. Then she starts talking and she says she's a gymnast and she works out 5 days a week and all these things. Then I'm like, I can give her that fun blowout, but how can I give her color that's going to be maximized in all areas of her life, not just when she goes out on Saturday nights? So the art of getting exactly what you want at the salon, it's 50% the client knowing what they want and 50% the hairdresser actually asking the right questions and extracting as much information to fully understand. And if you're not understanding, ask more questions. You should never proceed with, I think I know what you want. Let's just, you're saying lighter and nobody's gotten you this light. I'm just gonna throw on more highlights. That's typically where I feel like a lot of miscommunication can start to happen, and it just becomes more and more difficult. Also, the reason of thinking more about impact, telling your hairdresser, I want my hair to look softer. I want my hair to attract more light to my face. I want, whatever these things are, that it's like basically the big picture of what you want for your hair. The client, the hairdresser can then go in and give you the small details on like what you want. But I think the problem with client and hairdresser has gotten to the point that the client will try to diagnose themselves and like try and say, this is what I want. I want a balayage, I want this. And another point that one of my clients made in one of my virtual consults was that she was like, I stopped going to the salon because every time I would call in to book an appointment, they would ask me what I want, if I wanted a single or double process. And she was like, I was just so overwhelmed. I felt uncomfortable and I didn't book the appointment. And I understand the booking part. I understand the hairdresser part. And you need to know what the process is in order to allow enough time for that to happen. But one thing that I see, I feel like hairdressers will complain that clients are like too much of an expert. And then I'll see clients kind of complain and like, they never really get what I want and I need to be the expert and I don't know how to ask for what I want, nor do I even know how to book the appointment. So I think as hairdressers, I think we need to like take a step back and pretend as if our client, is in the first grade. And I mean that with zero disrespect. It is not your job as a client to know what a double process is. It's our job as the hairdresser to convey that. There's got to be a simpler way of communicating that, and that's starting with booking the appointment. And I totally understand. I've definitely had clients before that are like, I want a root touch-up and a haircut. That's the amount of time I have. And then when they're sitting in my chair and we're doing the consultation, they're like, oh, I would also love to add some balayage. And then we just don't have time. And I understand that frustration of needing to possibly book a future appointment and all that. So I get it. It's not really anyone's fault, but I do feel like that there is still a huge disconnect and misinformation. And what I always just hope that my videos do is bridge that gap a little bit more. I've had hairdressers in the past tell me that I'm making it worse because I'm teaching you terms and then you go to salons and then you're explaining what it is that you want. And I personally think I'm doing the opposite. I feel like obviously everyone's gonna have a different opinion, but that is at least my goal in every video. And it's never to dismiss or to act like we don't need hairdressers. We absolutely need them. Even with my theory on hair, it's 2024. Moving forward, I think the best hair is going to be a hybrid of beautiful salon color that is given to you and a mix of upkeep at home. It's just, hair has gotten way more complex in the last 15 years than I feel like it has evolved maybe in the last 50 or 70 years. And for that reason, I think hair has gotten so high maintenance, in my opinion, in the best way, because we have these means of just giving you gorgeous, natural looking, beautiful color while still focused on the integrity and health of your hair. If you think about it, before social media, there was always this thing about going home with hair care so you protect the color that the stylist gave you. And that to me is like the prime example of why your hairdresser alone cannot be the sole caregiver of your hair. You will always need to do some homework at home, at least to love your hair more often. If you just go to the salon and you get everything done at the salon and you do nothing but shampoo your hair at home, you're probably only gonna love your color for the first 2 to 3 weeks. And this is what I hear at least 80% of the time in my consults, is clients that say, when I leave the salon, it's great, but then it starts to look yellow, it starts to look dull, it doesn't look as shiny, it doesn't look as vibrant. And if you want your clients to take care of their hair, do masks, do a scalp serum, do all these, nourishing things, I personally think, just as a hairdresser, that you should want your client to love their hair, especially if I've done it, until you come back. And if that means that within those 6 to 8 weeks, that means that you need to tone your hair at home or you need to do a treatment, I will be more than happy to supply those formulas to make sure that you do absolutely love your hair until you come back in. Now, roots, they're inevitable. That nobody can kind of change. If you have gray hair and you need to color, say, touch up every 2 weeks, and you're going to the salon every 6, 8 weeks, again, that discrepancy, the client's always going to be somewhat unhappy. And again, my approach has been for the last 10 years, and I feel like more and more so, it's pointing in that direction, that good hair is a hybrid of a good professional helping you and guiding you and doing your hair a couple times a year, but having toner formulations and some information on how you can take care of your hair and be empowered to achieve the color that you're looking to have at home. I really think that that's the future of hair. See you back in 10 years. But yes, I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for continuing to trust me with your hair and your hair goals. To this day, every time I meet with one of you through a virtual consult, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude of, here I am, we're 10 years later, and you're still continuing to trust me with your hair. And that means the absolute world to me. So thank you so much for watching. Information on how to book a consult is always in the description box if that's something that you're looking to do. I wish you the best, most amazing hair color at your next appointment. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.